Afternoon, everybody. We haven't filmed anything in the last couple days. It's been an interesting couple of days. For our building permit for the winter cabin slash eventually photography studio, studio gallery, by the way. For our permit, we have to have a septic system drawing that's designed for our property. Even though we're 100% off grid and we never plan on installing it or using one or anything like that, we still have to have one. So because we want to play by the rules of this place, we contacted a local guy to get one set up. He was here 3 days ago and we were talking to him about property lines and boundary lines and everything else, how we don't have the exact boundary lines. And he said, that's funny, they exist. So he went back to his office and emailed me information that we couldn't get from anybody else, and we now know our exact property lines. So we sat back and we looked around, and the other day I went on a tour of our back property. I was probably 1.5 kilometers into the back of our property and found some really cool stuff. But at the front of our property, we own, sorry, my hand's really shaky today. At the front of our property, behind the camera, we own a lot more to the north of us than what we originally thought we did. So Deb and I went on a little tour and found some really cool spaces that we are going to use for bunkie land. So we have decided to move bunkie land back there. I'll show you that in a second. But that means that the winter cabin position needs to change. The solar electronics shed needs to be moved, and basically everything needed to be rethought. So we took our time planning things out, and then yesterday we had nothing but rain, so we didn't do anything then either. Looks like it might rain yet today. But anyhow, yeah, so everything has flip-flopped around. I need to change a few of the blueprints and the drawings for the building permit. And I have some more land to level over there where the shed, storage, and garage was gonna be, and the garden is now gonna be the winter cabin photography gallery. And where the winter cabin was gonna be is now going to be parking for family, friends, visitors, so on and so on. Planning it out with Deb, everything is going to be a whole lot better this way, and those that come to stay and use Bunkie Land 2.0 are going to have a better experience. It's more secluded. It's Bunkie Land 1.0, when you were in it, you could look through the pine trees and see the road. Bunkie Land 2.0 is completely sealed off from the road. You can't see it at all. Even with this time of year with the leaves falling, you still can't see it. And it's quieter than Bunkie Land 1.0. So anyhow, the solar shed is moving right beside me. Hold on a second, I'll turn around and you can see it. So I started taking apart the solar shed from the other side. It was just the frame, and this is where I've gotten so far. It is right behind the outdoor bathroom. That is where the winter cabin was going to be, but is now, like I said, a parking lot. And over that way, where you can see my pile of lumber, is going to be the winter cabin new location. So like I said, it's going to be a lot better. There's going to be a trail going from there all the way through to the back door of the outdoor bathroom. And then off of that trail, I am going to come in this way to get into the solar shed. This was a driveway for the one of the driveways for the old farm, but it is so rutted up that it'll take forever to fill in the ruts to do a proper driveway. So we have figured out how to go the original driveway extension that we started. We figured out how we can go up and go along and get to where we want to be for the future house. And then back just behind that pine tree right there is Bunky Land 2.0. So like I said, it's a lot more secluded. You can still hear the road, but it definitely is a lot better. It's flatter, the trees are nicer, and it's going to be a lot better experience for all those that come to stay with us. Okay, so this is the existing, or the old farm driveway, just past where the solar shed's gonna go. We're gonna leave this the way it is and not touch it. Let it keep growing. There's some nice trees that I just walked past. But this, like I say, is a lot nicer than Bunky Land 1.0. So it's all gonna go in here. We'll probably put a cabin over there, one over there, and then one back in there. And then through here, there's kind of a natural curved little bit of a clearing that we're gonna make a walking path right back to the spot over there that I said was the parking lot. We'll thin it out a little bit. Deb's already got plans of coming in here when she has spare time and cut down the weeds with the weed eater. And then we're just gonna leave the trees the way they are until the spring or over the winter when we actually have time to start building some cabins. But yeah, this is pretty cool that this is actually all ours as well. For the month and a half, almost 2 months that we've been on the property, we were thinking that all of this belonged to the neighbor, but actually we go quite a ways up there. It's really nice. So I'm gonna end the video here for today, and I will put in some video that Deb and I did the other day of just some scenery and stuff that we found as we explored back in here, and then back up that way. There's some pretty cool features up there that we found. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. The original driveway to get north on our property, or further up on our property. And we're gonna have to build a bridge.